Okay.
Hi, Irina.
Hi.
My name is Lucas, and this is Jonathan. And we are doing a project for Road Trip Nation, and we were given the task to find a successful business owner or somebody successful who really cares about what they do in their field, and interview them so they can give us advice so that we might one day too become successful like yourself.
I'm honored and privileged that you find me successful in my field.
Okay, so we're going to ask you a series of 4 questions, and just feel free to answer them however you want. How did you get from where you were at my age to where you are today?
Let's see, how old are you? You look like you're about 25, but I know that you're 16. So I was kind of lucky because, as I think you know, I've wanted to practice law for probably as long as I can remember. You didn't ask me this question, but my profession is lawyering. I am an attorney, and I do indeed love what I do very much. So probably, well, not probably, for sure, much earlier than I was your age, I happened to take a trial advocacy class, which happened to be offered in my junior high school, and I loved it. I played a lawyer and had a mock trial, and I got to prepare my case, research my case, prepare my witnesses, put on an actual trial, and the feeling that I got when doing all that was unparalleled. It was amazing. So from that point forward, I decided that I'm going to work toward that goal of becoming a lawyer. And it obviously takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of studying and perseverance, and that's what I would recommend to both of you at this point in your lives, at this stage of your academic careers. You really need to focus on academics, I think, first and foremost. A lot of people don't know, quite frankly, at your age what they want to do, and that's fine. But presumably you want to do something productive. You want to be successful in whatever it is that you hope to achieve one day, however you measure success. But whatever it is that you want to do, you really need to work to achieve that goal. And right now, at your age, academics, in my opinion, really comes first. Other things are very important, of course. Athletics are very important. Community service is very important. Your peers, your friends are very important. Your family is very important. But in terms of getting to that next stage of your lives professionally, you really need to put your academics before anything else. So you need to concentrate on your grades. You need to do well in school. You need to do well on the standardized tests like your SATs, your ACTs, your SAT2 tests, your AP exams, because fortunately or unfortunately, someone who doesn't have the honor and the privilege of talking to you, getting to know you, knowing you, and spending their days with you, is going to judge you on the basis of those standards. And you will be competing with a lot of very competent kids your age who likewise want to achieve something great and likewise want to be happy and successful in whatever they choose as their careers, and they too will be working hard, and so you have to keep that in mind, and you have to be competitive and try to be leads.
Thank you. Were there any pressures telling you to do something or do something else? If so, what were they?
Not really. I was very lucky in that I had very supportive parents, and also I think having grown up in somewhat of a traditional family where, it's the man really who is supposed to support the family. I didn't have the pressure of having to choose anything, which meant that I could choose from just about everything. So I was very lucky in that regard, and I happened to choose the practice of law, and my family and my friends were very supportive. My teachers and my professors were very supportive. So I was indeed very lucky in that regard.
What obstacles have you overcome to get where you are today?
Wow. Life will always throw obstacles your way. No matter how supportive your family, no matter the resources that you have, you will always, always have to face challenges. In my case, you know, there were a few, unfortunately. Probably the most, the one that is foremost in my mind at this point is being a woman in what still today is very much a man's world, especially in this area. And also to further that, I happen to specialize in what's called construction claims litigation. And so you couple the fact of my being a lawyer with the fact of my being in a construction industry, which is also male dominated. And so when I first graduated from law school, I again was very fortunate or good or lucky or whatever, however you want to call it. And I got a very, very good offer for a very top-notch firm. And if you looked at the statistical information of that firm, out of 40 partners, only 2 were women. And out of the 2, not one was married, and obviously no children. So in my case, competing on that level with my male counterparts and wanting to become a partner of a firm, despite the fact that I also got married very young and had my first son, I love, when I first graduated from law school. It was very difficult because when I first got pregnant with you, one of the partners, a named partner at the firm, came into my office and said words to the effect of, so now that you're pregnant, you're basically going to quit, and, gave me this notion that now that I'm pregnant, I have to basically stay home and take care of the family because that's the traditional notion. And I kind of went against the traditional notions, and after having you, I did come back and I was on the partnership track. I did make partner at the firm, which was a really big deal. And then ultimately, after making partner and seeing what it was like to be partners with, 40 people who you may not like, but have to treat, as you would a spouse almost, because, you're there every day, you're probably spending more time there than you do at home. And you have to agree or disagree on various issues. I ended up deciding that I was much better off starting my own firm, which I've now had for 10 years, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful decision. But that was probably my greatest challenge in terms of my professional challenges. Nothing you have to face. Lucky you.
One final
Unless
question.
we women take over the world. And in which case, watch out.
One final question. If you had one piece of advice to give young people getting ready to jump into the real world, what would it be?
Jump in. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take risks. Because life is wonderful and it's a great big world out there. And there are so many opportunities that are out there for you. So I would say to you, embrace it. Embrace life. Embrace those opportunities. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid to take risks. Obviously, they have to be calculated risks. You have to be smart about this. But meet life's challenges head on.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. It was very important for us to be able to do this, and I'm sure it will really help us in the future.
Thank you both, and success to you both.
Thank you.
All right.